Another brand new video where we'll be creating more video games on Scratch. So let's begin. In today's video, you'll learn how to create a two-player football game in which you have to score as many goals as you can in 30 seconds. Click the green flag to begin, use the left and right arrow keys to control the goalie, and press the space to kick the ball. What you will learn: using animations, using broadcasts, and using random numbers. So let's begin. So here is the game that you guys are going to be creating. So as you can see on our stage, we have the scoreboard and the timer that starts from 30 seconds. So you'll be moving your goalkeeper left to right using your arrow keys and using the space bar to kick the ball. So let's click green flag. All right. As you guys can see, you'll be using the arrow keys and the space bar, but this can be in a two-player way. So one will be controlling the goalkeeper, and the other one will be kicking the ball. So let's create this game, shall we? All right. So we have our starter project open. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our first step, which is moving the football. So let's code the ball to move across the bottom of the stage. Okay, so in order to do that, we must be sure that we have clicked our soccer ball right here, and we're going to add this code so that the football moves along the bottom of the screen until the space bar is pressed. So we go to events and we drag out when green flag clicked. We go to control and we drag out the repeat until block. Then we go to sensing and drag out key space pressed. Then we go to motion and drag out the move 10 steps block, and if on edge, bounce. All right. So now you click on the green flag to test your project. Your football should bounce along the bottom of the screen until the space bar is pressed. Okay. So now we're going to add this code to our football sprite so that the football moves towards the goal after the spacebar has been pressed. So we need a repeat loop. So control, repeat 15 times, motion, change Y by 10. Okay. So now we can click the green flag once again. This time, press the space bar and your football should move towards the goal. All right. So now you should see what happens if the flag is clicked the second time. It stays right there. So we want it to start from the bottom and come to the top. So in order to do that, we need to fix the code. So in the beginning of our code, we should have the go to X and Y block. So for X, it will be minus 200, and for Y, it will be minus 140. So this means it will start at this position here. Click the space bar, press the green flag once again, and it should start at the bottom. The next step we're going to do is, was it a goal? So once the ball has reached the goal, there's a decision to make. If the ball is touching the goalie, then it has been saved, else it's a goal. So we're going to add this code to the end of our football sprite code so that you can check whether the ball is touching the goalie. So we go to control, if, else, then statement, sensing, touching, goalie. All right. Then we're going to start the rattle sound if the ball has saved the goalie has saved the ball. Sound, and then start sound rattle. Then you can also broadcast a message to the goalie so that they can tell you that the ball has been saved. So that will be in events, broadcast new message, and call it save. And then you can now add your goalie to say save when they receive the message. So we click on goalie. When I receive save, looks, and we're going to say save for 1 second. So now you can test your code by trying to score a goal. If your goal saves the goal, they should say save. There we go. The next thing we're going to do is code for scoring. So can you play a sound and code your goalie to say goal when a goal has been scored? Remember that a goal has been scored if the ball is not touching the goalie. So in order to do that, we need to fix the code right here. So in order to do that, we should say sound, start sound, cheer, and then events, broadcast, goal, goal, there we go, goal, then back to our goalie, and when I receive goal, say go for 1 second as well. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is add a timer. So let's add a timer so that the player has to score as many goals as they can in 30 seconds. All right, so variables, make a variable timer or time. Then next thing we're going to do is click on our stage. Then we're going to say when green flag clicked, set time to 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We can drag the time at the top right hand side of our stage. Next, you're going to add a repeat until block so that the timer can run until it gets to 0. So control, repeat until, operators equals to time equals to 0. So now we need to reduce your time by 1 every second until it reaches 0. So control, wait 1 second, variables, change time by -1. Okay. So now once the timer has reached 0, you should play the whistle sound and the game should stop. So sound, whistle until done, and then stop all in the control block. So now we can click the green flag to test the timer. So let's click the green flag and see if the timer goes down. 2019, 18, 17, 16, and so on and so forth. So you can also change your timer to start at 10 if you don't want to wait for 30 seconds. You only have the chance to score 1 goal. To have more than 1 chance, add a forever block around your code so that it can go on forever. You can also add a wait block between attempts. So we go to our soccer ball, drag out the forever loop, and make sure that everything is inside the block. Now, adding a score. To do this, we're going to go to variables, make a variable, and call it score. Okay, so now this means if you score the goal, it should change your scoreboard to 1. So let's do that. Change scoreboard by 1. And if it should start your game with 0 every time. All right, next thing we're going to do is control the goalie. So it's far too easy to score a goal. Let's allow a second player to try and save goals. Click on the goalie sprite and add this code to change the goalie's X position when the left arrow is pressed. Again, so goalie, events, when space, and instead of a space, it will be left arrow, motion, change X by -10. -10. So now you should test it out and see if your goalie moves to the left. Yes. So now we need to do the same for right. So in order to do that, you can right click on the code, duplicate, and just change a few things. For instance, change this to the right arrow and change the number to 10. And if you click the green arrow once again and test it out, you should see that your player can move left and right. So now, what about challenging yourself for manual control? So instead of the ball moving left, right automatically, can you allow your player to control the ball with the A and D keys? To do this, you'll need to remove the code for moving the ball left and right. So, in the soccer ball, if you click stop, you'll need to get rid of these codes so that you can have the left and right keys to move the ball. So that will be your challenge in this video. Try to use manual scoring, or you can have the automatic scoring as well, and have another friend play this game. So thank you for your time. To book a one-on-one session online, visit www.pingacademy.co.za.